Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. We're back to preview some of the recent arrivals in my shop, those fishing reels that I'll be working on in the next week or so, and which ones I plan to do some videos on. So as a heads up here, if you're interested in seeing one of these as a video that I don't plan to do, please let me know in the comments section. I'll be happy to try and fit that in, schedule permitting. Also, if you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel. And as you subscribe to the channel, please use that notification button. That will tell you what's getting posted when, and it'll give you an opportunity firsthand to see what's come up and make a judgment as to whether you want to watch that or not. Well, the first reel comes in from Tim. Nice and well packed. I like to see that. And let's see if we can get this open. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, one more. Looks like some kind of a pen reel here. Nope, it's a Daiwa reel. Golly, this one's rustling me to the ground. It better be easier to repair than this. Alright, well, we have a Daiwa 47H fishing reel here. It's missing its nut cap. That's not unusual. This is the equivalent of the 50H sea line, but it's got the level wind on it. It's a little bit narrower, a little bit less line capacity, but it does include that heavy-duty line control. When you look at this reel, it always reminds me of the Penn 320 series. They were very durable and well-performing level wind reels of the day. So Tim will send that in. I think I've done a 47H very recently, so I likely will not be doing that. Well, here's candidates for the absolute worst reels that I've received in my shop in quite some time. That's the worst I'm going to say about them. They came in from a first responder, and I'm more too happy to help them. So we've got 5 of these pens, and they're just totally salt encrusted. And it always makes me wonder because it's salt encrusted with the line off. So I don't know if these were sitting in a shed or in a boat or in a bilge or somewhere, because they all have got that just nasty built-up corrosion. So there's a couple of pen 9s, there's a pair of 309s, and there's one 209 in here. I'm going to do my best to help out that first responder because, well, they've been helping us out. So there's 5 of those. We'll see what we can do to get them out there fishing again. The next one is a drop-off reel. It came to me from Ray. Interestingly enough, Ray kind of co-resides in New Jersey and in Florida. He just came back up from Florida. He dropped this reel off. It's a Mitchell 300. A couple of issues here. We don't have an oscillation. The spool is not moving up and down. And we have a broken off handle. So I do have a fair amount of Mitchell parts. Hopefully I have the parts that will enable us to make that one work well. Next up then, some of these are open because I've accumulated them over a day or 2 or 3, and it's just now that I'm getting around to the video itself. Well, this one comes in from Tim down in lower New Jersey, almost in the Delaware, and I think you can see the problem right away. This is a pen. I think it might be the 700, it's the 700 probably. This bail is not working. You can see that the line bar here is not moving at all. It does appear to have a fair amount of crusty old salt in there, and I'm not sure what it is, but we gotta get our hands into that one, try and restore the bail function as well as tune that reel up. And I've done an awful lot of the pen spin fishers. I would encourage you to check my library if you're interested in seeing a pen spin fisher. And if you don't see it, then geez, by all means, please drop a note in the comments section, and we'll see what we can do. Well, next up then, this one comes from, well, it comes from Florida. This is from Glenn, and Glenn has sent me a couple of these before. This one is an Okuma. It's the Okuma Magna, and it's a line counter reel. And the Okuma Magna, very much the same technology as the Shakespeare Tidewater inside. This one seems to be working well. He sent me 1 or 2 that were missing some parts and we couldn't fully restore. This one, he tells me, is working and it's in full full gear mode, so we'll see what we have there. Then we go down to, we go out to Nevada, to Reno, Nevada. And surprisingly enough, I find a lot of stuff comes in from Nevada and from the lake, Arizona, and that. It's actually deep sea reels. Well, this is not that. This is my business cards. So I got fooled on that one. So I needed some business cards, and there they are. One less job to do. That's probably welcome. All right, well, this one's coming in from Oregon. Let's see what Oregon brings me. So when UPS shows up at my door, we automatically assume that they're fishing reels, and we just put them down here on the bench, waiting for the next thing to happen. That's when I got through. All right, so we've had a couple of emails on this one. I love this reel. This is the 7000. This is the 7000 Lover Drag Abu. A very nice reel. And I think what I heard here is there's some skipping going on, if I remember. Yeah, I'll call that skipping. We're only at the halfway. Something's not right with that. There's a skip in there. So we'll find it out. Usually that means that you've got the drag washer is probably embedded with grease or something. And it's just not grabbing right. But we'll see what we can do for Brad on that one. And I think that there's one more coming in here. This one's coming in from New York. This one's coming in from, well, I don't have a first name on this one. So maybe we'll find out in a moment what the first name is. So again, if you want to see any of these, please let me know. I'll do my best to give you that information, and I'll do my best to try and get that one up. Okay, well, we have a Penn Battle 4000 here. And if I remember, this is from George, and he says that the reel's difficult to turn. Well, I think from experience with these Penn Battles, most of the time a difficult turning reel is a worn or a bent axle shaft. So we'll show you on this one. We'll probably do a video. This is the Battle 3, I think. Yeah, it's the Battle 3. I haven't done it, the Battle 3 4000. We'll show you how to test for a bad axle shaft. And we'll do this one because I know that one's not in that catalog. Then if I recall the other one, it might be his father's reel. Yeah, so this is a Penn 155 Beachmaster. This one's been around a while. Well, we have a couple of things. We have a clicker here that's just kind of stuck. That's probably the biggest issue of this. If you notice, if I put my pressure back on the clicker, well, it's working again. This one has the plastic spool, and a lot of times I'm asked about that plastic spool. A lot of times people make the false assumption that it was just put on there to save money. Well, it wasn't. The idea of the plastic spool on this one, on the Jigmaster and on the Penn Squitter, among others, was that you can cast further because that spool is lighter, and the lighter offers less resistance in casting, which allows the line to flow more freely on the outbound side. So I know I have the 155 in my library, and I know that if you're interested in seeing how that one works, that then you can certainly look that one up. And then finally I got one in from John. John sent me, if you recall, a whole bunch of bait casting reels. Well, he sent me one more. This one is the Ambassador 5000, I think it's the USA version or something, some fancy little commemorative one. Inside, these are pretty much all the same reels, but the outsides, they make pretty. Well, this has got an issue here. So I often tell you a lot of times, when you're putting that handle on, make sure that the handle is put down, tightened. The star adjuster is tightened before you put the handle on. You can see there's quite a gap here between the housing and the star adjuster. And if you put the star adjuster on, then bolt down the handle, well, you trap the handle. And that's what's going on here. That handle is trapped. You cannot adjust the drag with that. And that's usually what leads to a bigger problem. So we're going to take that one apart. If we see something interesting there, we'll certainly do a video on it, but I think that's a case like things like braid slip, where we talk about where that kind of goes under the term of operator error as opposed to a bad reel. So those are the projects that are recently arrived in my shop. I hope you've enjoyed them all. I hope you stay tuned and watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps my channel, and it'll also keep you aware of the types of videos that I'm posting and when I'm posting those. To all of our first responders, thank you for everything it is that you do to keep us safe. I appreciate all of your efforts, and you've been a godsend to all. To all, please have a great day fishing, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.